Okay, so we finished the front half yesterday. Now we'll put it to work. So to use the quadratic formula, first you have to make sure it's in standard form. Does anybody know what standard form is for quadratics? Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So basically standard form is just having everything on the left side and have it equal to 0. So if there's something on the right side, you'll need to move it to the left side. Alright, and then all you do after that is identify your a, b, and c. And remember, a, b, and c is not the whole term, it's just the what? Good, just the coefficient. So for this quadratic, 2x squared minus x plus 1, what is our a going to be in this one? Good. B is -1, and c is good. And once you've done that, all you have to do is plug it into the formula. Okay? Does anybody want to try saying the formula without looking at the paper? You don't have to sing, just look at me and say it. Anybody want to try? Go ahead. Start over. Start over. Go ahead.
-b plus or minus square root and b squared minus 4ac and all of that.
Great job. Okay. So let's use that. Here you go. Alright, first, is this in standard form?
Yes.
Yes. How do we know? It does. It does look like it. And it's equal to 0. Everything's on the left side. So go ahead and identify A, B, and C. Our A is what? B, C. Alright, so for negative B, we'll put what? Instead of B, now we can put what?
1.
So -1 plus or minus square root. B squared, so 1 squared, minus 4 times A, which is 1, times C, which is -6, all over, make sure everything's divided by 2 times A. Alright, so when you get to, all we've done now is just plug the numbers in. Now we want to simplify the discriminant, and he talked about it in the video a little bit, but if you didn't hear, the part underneath the square root is the discriminant. So we want to fix that first, simplify that first, then worry about what's on the outside. So let's leave the -1 plus or minus alone. And underneath the square root, what is 1 squared? Just 1. And then when you plug this in your calculator, this other stuff, you need to plug the negative in with the 4. So what's -4 times 1 times -6? Good, positive, right? Because the 2 negatives. So plus 24 all over, and then 2 times 1 would be 2 on the bottom. Okay, so still dealing with the discriminant was underneath the square root. We know we're going to have what under the square root? 24 plus 1 is 25. Y'all okay? Alright, and we know the square root of 25, that's going to be what? 5. Good. So we'll write this as -1 plus or minus 5 over 2. And we're almost done. So when your test that you just took, when we had to solve by factoring, how many solutions did you usually have? 2, right, on the test. Most quadratics you will have 2 because it's a parabola. But anyways, so on this one we'll also have 2 solutions. So we need to break this plus or minus up. So what I'm saying is, for the first case, we'll have -1 and then a positive 5 divided by 2. And then for the other one, we could have a -1 minus 5 divided by 2. Everybody see that? Instead of putting plus or minus, I put the plus right here, minus right here. So now what's -1 plus 5? 4 divided by 2? Good. So that's our first answer. -1 minus 5 is what? -6 divided by 2? Good. That's it. So the problem we just did, y'all could solve it by factoring it. Like you could factor it and set it equal to 0. But the quadratic formula is going to be a lot quicker once you get the hang of it. Any questions about this one? All right, let's do one more together. Do I need to screenshot this one, or is everybody okay? All right. So in this one, is this in standard form? Yes, because we know zero's on this side, everything else on the left. What's our A? Kennedy. Matthew, what's our B? Timothy, what's our C? C? Good. Alright, anybody want to try saying the formula while looking at me? Not cheating anywhere. Alright, go ahead, Aaliyah.
Negative b plus or minus square root b squared. Is it plus?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
4ab.
Mm-hmm. All over.
Okay.
Good. You don't want me to throw it? Okay. So we'll have negative 7 because of the negative b, plus or minus square root, and then b squared, so 7 squared. Out here? Sorry, hold on. There we go. The formula is negative b, so if we have a positive b, it'd be negative 7.
Now I'm saying, why wouldn't you bring negative 7 when we solve this?
Oh, right here? Because the formula is negative b, this is just b squared. If it was negative b squared, we'd put negative 7. So b squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 4, all over 2 times a, so 2 times 2. Alright, which part are we going to do first? Yes, what's that called up underneath the square root? Discriminant, good. I want y'all to get in the habit of knowing the vocab. So next year when y'all go to Algebra 2 with True, y'all already know this stuff. They just finished doing that. So when y'all get to Algebra 2 with True, y'all can be like, I already did this. I know what I'm doing. I can take a nap. Just kidding. Okay. So let's go ahead and take care of the discriminant. So 7 squared would be what? Come on, guys. 49. And then this 3 terms, what's negative 4 times 2 times negative 4? Good. Positive or negative? Good, because of the 2 negatives. Over 4. Alright, what's 39 plus, or 49 plus 32? 81. Very good. And then what's the square root of 81? So we have negative 7 plus or minus 9 over 4. Alright. So our 2 cases come from this right here. And somebody tell me the first one. Good. And tell me the next one. Good. Questions about that part? Yes.
Can you get fractions?
You can. You can get fractions sometimes. Like on this one. This would be 9 minus 7 is going to be what? 2 over 4, right? But let's simplify that to what? Good. 1/2. We can get really ugly answers, but we'll get to that tomorrow. Like really ugly. Okay. And then what's negative 7 minus 9? Divided by 4? Very good. That's it. Do we need to do one more together? Really? Okay. You'll always have a C on these. And are you talking about example 3? Good. This one's not in standard form because there's not a 0, right? So how do we make this a 0 and move this to the other side? We'd have to do what? Add 21. Good. And can we add 21 to either of these 2 terms? No, none of these are like terms, right? So tell me how to write it in standard form. X squared. Very good.
So this is how we do those extras?
Yep, you gotta put it in standard form first. I want y'all to try this one on your own. Example 3. Let me know if you need help.
So this would be all
Yes, so if I be put the negative up here, and negative like that. That's not. So now just put this on. So with negative b, if we already have a negative c, we can put it column. I would just do it like on this side. That's fine. This negative c. Negative c is greater than negative c times the formula right here is minus 4ac. Just fix that to a minus right here. Yes.
We're going to, it's a negative, so when we're adding, it would be
Let's make it so. Right here it should be minus. Negative 2. It's negative 2. You're taking the square root. And then
Anybody still working on that example 4? Okay, keep going. You just put this number on. It's b squared minus 4ac, right? So right here, it should just be what? What's your a? Good.
let me see if I'm what's negative 10 squared? Yeah, it's 100, not negative 100. Then you subtract. Good job. Okay, your x. And if this is standard and it's x squared, then our x should be an opposite, right? So this should be.
Alright, compare your answers. I want you to compare them with your neighbors.
This should just be, you could have 10 plus 4 or 100
So go ahead and compare your answers. Don't be shy. Talk about your answers. Hey, Lisa and Victor. Matthew and Armando. Timothy Bailey, talk about your answers. Yes.
When it comes to this part, I don't understand.
Okay. Let's change. This one should be negative b out front, right? So let's change that. It's just supposed to be 10. So from here, if you do it from top first, so 10 plus 4 would be what? 14. Good. And then 14 now you divide by 2. It'll be what? 7. Good. So this one would be what? Now divided by 2. Good job.
So whatever the number is for B, and B squared, this one is 7 and 3. What you get?
Alright, I need a volunteer's paper. And, y'all listen up, listen up, listen up. What I want y'all to start doing is people who usually don't, when I ask somebody to put their paper up here, and y'all ask me is it right or not, and then I'll get it in a second, and I'll say, you'll say is it right or not, and you won't come up here if it's wrong. I want to start showing people's paper that have either like not finished or made a mistake maybe, so y'all can help them out. So when we put your paper up here, if it's wrong or you didn't finish it, don't be embarrassed, and nobody has room to laugh at me in this class, I promise. So, does anybody want to put their paper up here that maybe got it wrong or hasn't finished yet? Be brave. Anybody? So everybody got this one right. So if I came around and graded it for a grade right now, everybody get 100. Let me see his paper. I'm not picking on you, I promise. We're not picking. We're trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I don't know about these other people. They might not like you. But alright, so can anybody just raise their hand and point out where the mistake is? Very good. And a bunch of people had this. Raise your hand if you had negative 100. I know a lot of y'all did. I saw it. And why is negative 10 squared not negative 100? Good. Negative 10 squared is the same thing as negative 10 times negative 10, right? So two negatives make a positive. If you plug this in your calculator without parentheses, just negative 10 squared, it'll tell you negative 100. It's lying. Okay? So make sure you put it in parentheses. So from here, Jesus, all you had to do is change that to a positive 100. So this would make 100 minus 84, which is what? What'd y'all get? 100 minus 84? 16. And what's the square root of 16?
4.
So we'd have 10 plus 4 over 2 and 10 minus 4 over 2. So 10 plus 4 is what?
14.
Over 2?
7.
And 10 minus 4?
6.
Over 2?
3.
Good. Does everybody see where common mistakes are? Because a lot of people did that. So don't feel bad, Jesus. Any questions? Alright, try 4 on y'all. Example 4. Thank you. You're very brave.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So when you do X, is that always A and B?
Your B is always the one beside X.
So for like this kind of number, 11 X, what I had for like besides 11 2.
And you'll need to put it where?
So what I have to do 2X to put it plus 11.
Not plus 11. Minus 11. If you ever get a negative under the square root, you've done it incorrectly. If you ever get a negative in this class. And algebra 2 will get some negatives, but not in this class.
We need to move something, but it's not 20. I can restart it on the left side. Which one's not on the left side? Good. So you do what? You add it. Over here it's constant. So over here do what? You do they do that right? Yes, it does. If it's positive, because you're moving sides, so it has to change the sign also. Great job. That's square root 289. You know how to do it on here? Alright, see the square root button, but it's in blue, so you'll have to hit the second button now. Yep. Good. Now type in 289. Enter.
I don't know what's going on.
Miss Horton, this one, in example 3, it says x
Divided by
she did
Now you got to square root that
plus
first.
21, right here, out of here, that's gonna be your C, right? So then, so this is where
The B is always on the other side X. C is always on the right. Or the other side. A is always on the other side. So sometimes you might have your A.
I don't know the answer.
I got it right. Alright, go ahead and compare your answers.
What you get?
Compare your answers.
What y'all get? And coffee?
This one, minus 4A, or C is negative, right? Negative 12.
No, you put that. No, you sorry.
Alright, can I borrow somebody's paper?
Yeah. No, she don't.
Who did not get it? Raise your hand. Alright, let's put this in a bundle. Okay, example 4. Alright, so they moved the 11x by subtracting it. That was correct. Can everybody see that okay? So they said A is 2, B is negative 21, and C is negative 11. Where's the mistake at?
Negative 11 is B, it's supposed to be B, not C.
Good. When there's a number on this side of the equal sign, it doesn't mean that it has to be C. It could be A, B, or C. The way you determine what A, B, and C are is what the letters are in front of it. So A is always going to go with x squared. B is always going to go with x. C is always going to just be by itself with no letters. Okay? Let me see yours, Camille. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so here's Camille's.
Oh, it's right down there.
Okay. I see it now. Did everybody get negative 7 and 2?
I didn't get -2. I got -3.
Negative 3.
-3.
Do I need to start from the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think I'm just going.
here we go.
Can I have my paper towel?
Yeah. Can you pass that back? Alright, I'm going to go quickly through just the first step because we've already talked about needing to move this over. So 2x squared, a is 2, b is negative 11, c is negative 21. Everybody okay with that part? Alright, negative b is going to make it what? Good, plus or minus square root. B squared, I'm just going to do like this. Minus 4 times our a is, our c is all over 2 times 2. Everybody okay with that one? That part. Alright, negative 11 squared is what? Good, positive 121. Alright, like I said, when you plug negative 4 times 2 times negative 21, tell me what you get. Okay, positive 168 over 4. And what is 121 plus 168?
289.
Okay, and the square root of 289 is going to be what?
17.
Okay. So our first case is going to be what page?
11 plus 17.
Over 4 and
11 minus 17. Over 4.
good. So what's 11 plus 17? Divide by 4?
7.
What is 11 minus 17? Negative 6, right? Over 4. And let's go ahead and simplify that. What can go into both of these? How many times up here? And on bottom? Good. Alright, I'll leave that up there for a little while. I want you to try example 5 on your own. And here's what I'm going to do. Once you have done it correctly, and I have seen it, you can pack up. But I'm going to pass out your homework. And off this sheet, it's not all of them. So once I pass it out, I'll tell you which ones to do, okay? Go ahead and be working on example 5. I'll come around and check it in just a second.
You like, don't do it.
Alright, once everybody has theirs, just listen to what numbers I'm going to call so you can circle them. Alright, it's numbers 1, 2, 6, 9, 10. I'll say it again. 1, 2, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, that's for homework. And as soon as you get done with example 5, just raise your hand. Okay.
Two negatives right here. One. Change that. Gotta change that. And then I'll still use that.
726 plus or minus what? Over. Yes, I'll set up for 2 cases. I'll be right there. Give me just a second.